Here, a girl is crying while holding someone in her lap. Wine. Jungkook, please wake up, okay? You told me you will never leave me. Please, Jungkook, please open your eyes. You can't leave me like this. Open your eyes, she screamed at last, crying hard while hugging his boyfriend to her chest. Wine, you said we will get married and have a lot of children, right? I'm ready, let's get married, Jungkook, but she got no response. Wine, you're angry at me, right? I told you, leave singing and work with me. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll never ask you to stop singing, okay? Come, now open your eyes. She cupped his face and said, Wine, don't prank me now. I told you I'll never ask you anything. You can do whatever you want. But speak to me, Jungkook. Please don't be angry. Please, Jungkook, don't leave me. You know how much I love you, right? Broken. She was talking with his boyfriend John Jungkook's body, who was a street singer and got in an accident on road in which he lost his life. She was talking when two people come with stretcher and tried to took him, but Vine didn't let them and said, Vine, hey, where are you taking my boyfriend? See, he's sleeping. Don't disturb him. He like to sleep on my lap. I know he will be angry if he didn't see me when he wake up. She said, kissing his head on his lap, which was fully covered with blood. Doctor, leave him, ma'am. He's no more now. We need to take him to hospital for further processing of funeral. Wine. What do you mean by no more? Don't speak nonsense. He's alive. Leave my boyfriend. She screamed at them, but they don't listen to her and took him to hospital. Wine from behind. No, please don't take my baby away from me. Please. I can't live without him. Please. Please. She was crying hard. Her whole face was red from crying. Her eyes, nose, all were puffy. She's Vine. She's orphan, who opened her small cafe with a great difficulty. One day she met with Jungkook, a street singer, who is also orphan. They both fell in love and start living their life. But Vine was not happy with the fact that JK sings at streets. She wanted him to work with her in cafe, but singing was Jungkook's dream. He can't leave it, so they had an argument on this. When Wine was leaving, Jungkook tried to follow her to make her understand his point, but he didn't saw a car coming. So time skipped to hospital. Wine, doctor, tell me how's my boyfriend? He's fine, right? I know he's fine. Can I meet him now? Doctor, miss, please try to handle yourself. He's not more. We shift his body in mortuary. After signing some documents, you can take him for funeral. Vine took a step back from doctor. Her body got numb. She sat on one of chair and started speaking to herself. No, this can't be true. He can't leave me. I have no one except you. Please, Jungkook, come back. She screamed and started crying loudly, seeing her condition. Everyone felt sympathy at her. She cried and cried non-stop. After some time, she got up with dry tears. She was all blank. There was nothing on her face, no expression, no tears, nothing, just like a body without soul. She stood up and started going to mortuary. Doctors already arranged paper of body discharge. They took Wine's signature and Wine went inside the room. There she saw a lot of bodies, but she went straight to the bed number 7 and stood there. She doesn't need to see his face to recognize him. Her soul knows his Jungkook. She can even find him with eyes closed. When Jungkook, baby, now enough of this prank. Open your eyes, or else I won't talk to you ever. But got no response. Wine, okay, I'm sorry. I'll talk. I won't be angry with you, okay? I will not even shout at you now. Open your eyes. I promise I won't be angry. But she got no response. How will she? She was going to say something else too when she heard her name from behind. Shasha, Wine. Wine went to her and hugged her tightly. Vine, see Shasha, he's not replying to me. Tell him don't be angry at me and speak to me. I know he's angry, but tell him now that don't ignore me. I can't handle his ignorance. Shasha, please, he said crying. Shasha's eyes also got teary, seeing Vine condition. She was not accepting that Junko is no more now. It really affected her too much. Shasha, Vine, look at me. Baby, don't cry. See, we need to take Jungkook for his funeral. You have to be strong, baby. Vine, what a thing, Shasha. How can you speak like this about my baby? He is totally alright, okay? He is just angry at me, nothing else. Just see how he will. Just see now he will open his eyes when I call him. Fine, Jungkook, baby, look what Shasha is saying. Open your eyes and tell him that you are okay. You are just angry, right? I know how to make you forgive me. She went to him and kissed his cold cheeks. Fine. Now open your eyes. A souf left from Shasha's mouth. She can't see her friend like that. She went to Vine and hugged her tightly to console her. Shasha, he's no more Vine. You need to accept it. He's dead. He will not come back. Come to your senses, Vine. Your junk left you. He can't come back. Come back to your senses, Vine. Wake up. She hugged him tightly and said while trying to hold her, to make her understand the situation. For a moment Anne went silent, then a painful sob escaped from her mouth. She fell on the floor and started crying hard while holding her knees. Her issue was painful. She was blaming herself for his boyfriend's condition. If she hadn't got angry and he hadn't come to make up with her, he would be alive today. She was crying for losing her everything in front of her, just in a blink of an eye. Shasha hugged her tightly, trying to calm her, but of no use. It took a lot of time for Vine to stop crying. After Shasha convinced her that Ajahn could need her to for his last rites, he need her for his funeral. She got up with teary eyes and took his boyfriend to grave with the help of her friend. After the funeral ceremony, Heroine was crying on Jungkook's grave. She was not leaving even after Shasha tried hard to convince her. She was just sitting near Jungkook's grave and all she did was crying on her fate. After a lot of convincing, she told Sasha to leave her alone for some time. She will go by herself after some time. She needs some time alone for herself. Shasha doesn't want to leave her alone, but she knows her friend lost most precious person in her life. She needs some time to process this loss. She left after making sure she is alright and can go home after some time. Hermione was sitting on Jungkook's grave. She was all exhausted from crying. Her condition was worse. Her hair was mashed. Her eyes were red. Whole face red. She was numb from all the crying she did from evening till now. It was getting dark. She decided to leave. Fine, baby, I'm going. I'll come tomorrow to meet you. Just try to forgive me if you can. Broken. Vine got up and started walking. She was walking alone on a street when suddenly it started raining. She ran and sat under the tree, waiting for rain to get little down so she could go home. She was standing there, minding all blank. The only thought that was running in her mind was how she lost her everything just in some time. She was busy in her thoughts that she doesn't notice someone's presence behind her. Lost someone special? Vine got out of her trance and looked beside her. There was a lady, probably in her 60s, was standing. She was holding one old cotton bag in her hand that was hanging on her shoulder. Her other hand held some glass small bottles that have some colorful liquid. One looked at her, then said, "Who are you and what do you mean?" "Granny, I'm just a healer. I go everywhere where I think someone needs me." "Wine, and how do you think I needs you?" "Granny, you lost someone precious in your life and you think it's your mistake, but it's not. It's destiny. Destiny always hold different plans than you made for yourself. God always have different plans for you." Wine. "But why me? Why God always take my everything? First he took my parents and now my love too. Doesn't God love me too? I always wonder, does I'm God's most unfavorite child that God can never saw me happy?" "Granny, God always loves his child equally. That's why he sent me to you now." Wine. "What will you do? Can you bring my love back time?" "No, right? Then please don't take his name now. I believe now there is no God for me. All I have is myself for me." Granny. "I know I can't bring him back, but I can give you a second chance to save your love's life." Wine. "What do you mean? How?" Granny, "I'm a healer. I'll give a potion that will take you back in past time and you can save your love. You can have a chance to save him, but when really you can, how? I'll do anything for it. Just tell me how." Granny, "Relax. Listen to me carefully. You can save him, but we can't change the rules of this world, right? This world run with the balance, where one need to die for other one to take birth. Everyone took their karmas, and everyone also be happy because of their good deeds. If someone die, we can just make him alive and imbalance this world's pendulum. So there is a rule. I would want something, you need to take consequences too. You need to give something in return of it." Wine. "What do you mean?" Granny. "If you will go back in time and stop your love from dying, it will imbalance the universe. Balance. You need to give something in return that you can't decide, but you can't decide it. It will be decided by destiny. So tell me, are you ready to lose anything in return of your love?" Fine. "Yes, I'm ready. Even if it needs my life, I'll give it happily." Granny. "Okay, then took this potion. After drinking it, you will go back in time. But remember, you have only one chance to save your love. After that, you will automatically return back to your present world." Wine. "Okay, I'll take care of it. Thank you so much, Granny. I will never forget your this help. Thank you so much." Granny. "It's okay, my child. Take care. Hope you find your love." Seeing Granny disappeared, Vine got shocked. She looked here and there, but there was no one. She looked at the potion in her hand. That make her believe that it was not a dream. Till now, rain was also stopped. Vine took a deep breath and said, "Vine, I'm coming, my love, and this time I'll make sure to not lose you." She said and drank the potion in one go. But even after some minutes, she doesn't feel anything. She decided to wait for some more minutes, but no use. Vine, you're an idiot. Do you really believe that, Granny, huh? Your jungkook is gone. You won't get him back now. It's all your fault. Now live with it. Shangxi started going toward her house. She took a bus and went to her house. She was standing near her house door when she saw something that made her numb. What do you guys think? What she saw there? Subscribe to my channel. I'll upload next chapter day after tomorrow. Bye. See you, angels.